Hey guys, welcome back to the Design the Life You Love with Lynn's podcast. I'm so happy you're here. This is the podcast where we talk about intentionally living your life, following your intuition, your whisper, your guidance, and living a life that truly lights you up. I'm so happy you are here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today on the podcast, I have my dear friend Katey Fortun, and I am the lucky one who gets to interview her first after the release of her book. And her book, I've only read parts of it, and it's amazing. I apologize, but having baby and planning wedding and life.
Girl,
So
you have a lifetime to read it.
I have a lifetime to read it. But her book is called Embracing Your Different Ability. Together we advocate disability stories through the eyes of a child and parent. And I love that your mom, Lynn Fortun, is also author and narrator in your audio version. I just love that. Of course, I love your mom because I know her. But first things first, this is what I do with my friend Katey. Quit your job yet?
Heck yeah, I did.
I just had to get that on air because I asked you that for how long?
Years. Every time we would get connected and have coffee, it wasn't even a hi. It was, quit your job yet?
Yeah, because I know. I knew. I can see. I can see your potential. I can see that your like path, and it's just going to be so freaking amazing. So, welcome to the show again. This is our third, fourth, I don't know, third
Me
time,
on
I
yours,
think.
I think only like once, but you and I have
Really?
you've been on mine a couple times.
Okay.
For sure. I
Well,
do know that. I don't
here,
know.
here nor there. Welcome to the show, and
Thanks.
I can't wait to get started. So, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. As we were talking about before, I really wanted, and we'll talk about this, I'm sure, at the end, but I wanted to have a giveaway for all the podcasts I'm doing in the future. So I definitely embraced my inner Lindsay and cranked it out. Got the website done, got everything in Flowdesk. Like it's all, quote, working at this point. So I was like, I'm so proud of myself. I cranked it out.
Proud of you. And I think that's hilarious that you channeled your inner Lindsay. And for those of you who don't know exactly what she's talking about, do you want to give us a little definition on what you mean there?
Well, we're gonna dive into then the human design stuff because
Okay.
I'm a manifester.
Hmm.
And Lindsay, you can talk more about this because you're way better at this than me, but you are a manifesting generator. But like when you get an idea in your head, you're like doing it right now. And I'm like, wait, what? You're like, do we have a plan? Do we have like steps? Like I'm a big dreamer and I'm just like, oh, look, I mean, look at my freaking wall. And like of all the ideas and all the things. And I definitely can get things done, but you're way better at it than I am. You were just like, boom, implement. And I'm like, all right, I need to come up with my plan and work the plan and talk through it, think on it, sleep on it, go on a trip, come back, then we'll pull it together.
Well, and actually, now your authority, is it emotional? I can't remember.
Oh, I know we were just looking.
We were. And why
Think
didn't I
you
add
said
you?
yes. I think you
Okay.
said yes.
So if you're an emotional authority, you're actually supposed to ride a wave. So what I should technically be doing is, boom, I have an idea. Let's think about it for a minute. Like wait 24 hours. There's no decisions in the now, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit more, um, is it splenic? I don't remember off the top of my head. Where you're a little bit more impulsive and you know. I do know that sometimes that energy definitely serves me.
Yeah,
And it's very hard
same.
for me to wait. Patience has been one of my lifelong lessons, that's for sure.
Where do I look for that real quick? I can do it.
You have it in,
No, like what is oh yep, inner authority is emotional. Solar
okay,
plexus.
yep.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you're programmed, you're designed to ride that wave. You don't want to make the decision when you're at the high point, the exciting moment, when you get the idea. You should
Yeah.
wait until you come down and waters level out. So
Okay, well, I'm kind of working at that then.
you are,
So
you're doing
that's
great.
good.
Yeah.
Or I just call it procrastination. And I work really well under pressure. So, yeah.
So do I. Yeah, Jenna and I were just talking about that this morning.
Yeah, like again, could have been doing this, but last night I had the idea and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to create this whole new web page. Let's get it done." And I did. Literally minutes before we were hit record.
Okay, so you're doing it messy, and at least it's done. That's my whole mentality of do it messy, get it done, rather than procrastinate forever. And like, that's when people hold on to ideas forever, hold on to book
Yeah.
ideas forever, and they never actually do the thing or live their life. So, circling back to the book, um, tell me where you got the idea to write your book.
The original idea. Wow. I don't know. I actually just weirdly was like, I want to write a book for a long time. And it was just more of like that dream, like I could be an author. You know, that feeling of that. I don't know why. Maybe it was like deep down within me. But in 2024, I had been back and forth on if I was going to do this book or not. But January 1st of 2024, I woke up and I told my husband, I'm going to do one new thing this year because I am very good at having 15,000 things on my plate at one time. And I'm not exaggerating too much. But I was like, I'm going to do one new thing. And he's like, okay, what's that? And he's like, okay, here we go again. Because
Like,
I'm
yeah,
always
right?
doing a million things. And I said, I'm going to write my book. He goes, oh, okay, good. I'm like, that is the one new thing I am doing. I'm not starting anything else new until it's done. So I kind of started writing. And then in February, from a marketing email from someone I listened to on podcasts and stuff, an email came through. It says, want to write a book? And I was like, yeah, I do. So, oh, I don't know. I got on the call with this company that helps people self publish their books. And a little bit the rest is history. And I dove in and started writing my book. And I did have a book coach. I did not do this alone, but it was a pretty therapeutic and crazy experience, to say the least.
So to recap, you first said you were going to write the book, and then you got an email about a book coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So as a manifestor, your job is to like inform, and part of the beauty of being a manifestor is that you basically what you say is going to come to fruition.
Mm. Well, good, because I say a lot of cool things. So,
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, we
yeah.
have so many things to talk about as far as like the crazy cool things that have happened in your life in just a year
Yeah.
or a little over, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, I actually got that team, got a book coach. She was the right. I've had two book coaches because she had left the company, but she was the right one for me because she was pretty straightforward. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and this is what my book is about. And she's like, that's great. It's not good enough. And I'm like, okay, woo,
Radical
tell me
honesty.
more. Yeah. And so she was just really straightforward with me and gave me an idea. And I was like, that's freaking genius. And I went with it. So yeah.
Did it change a lot, like from the first idea to she just like tweaked it?
She just added to it. So it was my idea of like, I want to write these stories about growing up and struggling, and I want kids to feel like they can learn how to advocate and great, grand, wonderful. And she's like, yeah, but I want you to teach and then also give back, give things, just it was like story, teaching moment, and action steps. So people can go to, and that was a very big thing for me because I was just gonna write these stories all in a book. It's a million times better now because of her. So I'm super grateful for her.
Well, and it's interesting because I know that you have a background in teaching and but it was never like your main gig. You just filled in and you're such a natural at it and people love you. Like I just see people gravitate towards you and you're just such a light in the room wherever we go. And I love it.
Well,
Everybody that
thank
I know who loves you is like, oh yeah, my Katie. And I'm like, no, she's my Katie. She's been my Katie for many years. Piss
Oh
off.
my. Clip that. That's the clip that we're gonna use. It's so good. She's my Katie, and oh my gosh, you're gonna like start a little war over here. But no, I love it. And I feel the same way about you. And every time we meet in our one spot that we meet, I'm walking in, you're talking to someone. And I'm like, you have made me connections for me with me and all these things with the most random people all at this coffee shop in a tiny town in the middle of really nowhere. And I'm like, every time I walk in, every time. And so I just love that too. So
I never
thank
even
you.
realized that until you said that last week. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. But I, I've always known everybody everywhere I go. And some of my best friends would get so annoyed by that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you always know people. Can we go to like Florida so you don't know people there?
You'll still find someone that you know there because
Yeah.
I've done that. I've went somewhere and then they're like, Katie? And I'm like, what? How are you in another state? Like, but that's why I think we are so connected too, is because
We're
that doesn't bother
connectors.
me. I love it. I
Yeah.
love in the lady we met last week. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm like, you're not interrupting anything right now. Like, this is awesome. Like, this is what was supposed to happen today.
Hmm. Yeah. Such a unique, synchronistic turn of events. Like, I didn't know where I was going to go. I got to my stop sign. I'll give the listeners just a little background.
Yeah.
Got to my stop sign. I'm like, am I going to go left or right? Ah, screw it. I'm going to go right. And then you sent me a text message, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to call her because I'm already driving. This is super last minute, but I know you can do last minute now because you quit your job.
Woohoo!
Meet me in Black River if you want to come meet me. And you're like, yep, on my way. How
Yep.
awesome is that? And
It
then
was the best.
yeah, you
And
get to
we
meet
spent
me.
like 3.5 hours together, and it wasn't enough time. So
We always close the place down. They probably see us coming and they're like, okay, well.
great. Here's these two. I'll just keep it open late for these two. Hey, I don't think we've done it yet. I've done it with one other person where you start at one place, close it down, and then you go to another. Done that before. So that's our next adventure. We'll just have to go
Okay,
get chips and salsa
there
across
you
the
go.
street.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
lunch at the coffee shop, lunch and coffee, and then we'll go across the street and have dinner and a nightcap. Even though I know
I've
you don't drink.
yes, I've literally done that with my last book coach. We spent all day together. We started at a coffee shop, we went to lunch, then we went to maybe a different coffee shop, then we went to another one later that was open later, and I'm like, it was dark when we left. It was dark. It's the best.
It is the best, and time just flies. Okay, so you decide you're going to write a book. You know you want to write stories. At what point did you decide to get your mom involved?
Early. So this is before I even had a book coach. I was like sitting in bed writing, like I'm doing air quotes right now, writing these stories down. And I just started with chapter one because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Well, you can do it however you want, but there's actually another process to it. And I think the process I went through was way better than just starting to write a book. Like that's very daunting. But I was writing some of these stories. I think I had like 3 chapters or something. And I started sharing my mom's story. And it was like it was like 9 o'clock. That's late for me because I go to bed early. But I was like, God, this just does not feel right. And to back up a bit, I have been doing motivational and public speaking and keynote speaking since 2012. So I've shared my mom's story a lot. And it was weird when I was writing it, I felt like it was wrong of me to do. So I had this like gut feeling. And I texted her and I said, Hey, mom, I have a weird question to ask. You can say no. I always say this. I'm like, you can say no. Would you be interested in writing a chapter in my book from your perspective? And I was like waiting, waiting for the 3 dots. And she actually responded back. I don't know the exact text. I wish I still had it, but it was like, oh my gosh, really? Of course I would love to. So I had called her the next day and we talked about it. So that was super early on. That was January. It was before March, before I signed up with a book coach. And it was a non-negotiable. I told them that I'm going to be writing most of this book. My mom's going to write one chapter. And then we needed more from her because her chapter was so amazing. So it ended up being 3 chapters that she wrote.
Mm, I love it. I love it so much.
It's just really important to me because everyone, like every person has stories, right? We all have stories, but there's other people involved in our stories, other people's perspectives, other people's really, yeah, the other people's perspectives. And my story of growing up struggling, yes, is mine, but my mom went through it too. And I really wanted parents to be able to connect. Like I am the child, air quotes child, even though I'm 37-year-old child over here, but I am the child that's telling my side. And well, now I know a lot of parents reading, but I thought a lot of parents are going to read this book. That was the goal, to help their children. Crazy enough, a lot of children are reading the book, which is super cool. But I really wanted my mom's perspective in her own voice and her own words. And I did have one rule for her. And I said, I only have one rule for you, Mom. You have to be honest and vulnerable. Not that she wouldn't be honest, but I'm like, don't sugarcoat it. Like, be honest and vulnerable. If you had terrible feelings, write them
Yeah.
because I know another parent is going to feel that way.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Yeah, and listening to her chapter, the one that I listened to, like, it's gonna be so powerful for the reader. And I feel we talked about this on our lunch, like it should be in schools. Teachers should read it. It is not just for kids with disabilities. It is for all kids, all parents, all teachers, really all people, because you're advocating for yourself your whole life. It doesn't
Mhm.
stop after you graduate high school or after you get diagnosed with a disability or a different ability, like you say. I love how you took something that was air quotes a negative and you turned it into your superpower.
Yeah. You just gave me chills saying that though, like, because it isn't just for people that have disabilities or different abilities or whatever you want to call them. And just so your listeners can understand, I talk about being dyslexic. So my disability is invisible. And there's a lot that goes with that, just as there's a lot that goes with people that have physical disabilities that you can see. And so, just so everyone's clear, like before you like jump on the book and everything, I talk about my learning disability and how I learn differently and how I learned to advocate. And one big one when I was young was watching my mom advocate for me. So that's why I really just needed her to be a part of that this amazing journey, and I'm so grateful she is. And we'll have to have her on. We should do another one someday,
Ooh,
and we
yeah.
should have her on. Or I'll have you interview me and my mom for my podcast. We'll do that too.
Ooh, I love that idea. That's a good one.
Because you're a great interviewer. So
Well, thank
that,
you.
oh my God, you're welcome.
Well, like we talked, I don't, a lot of times I don't prepare a bunch of questions because I just want it to feel like a conversation and genuine like curiosity and engagement. I feel like when you have a list of questions, even though I do have some questions today, ironically, um, it kind of pulls you out of the present moment, right?
That literally makes me laugh that you have questions today because we just talked about how
I
we
know.
both do not, quote, prepare for interviews because I don't want to know. I
Mhm.
want to learn in the interview. And I'm like, when you're like, I have questions, I'm like, what? You have questions for me? Oh my gosh, this is so fun. But yeah,
I
I
know.
agree.
Look at us. You did a web page on a whim, and I have questions. What's going
Oh
on
my,
here?
who are we? We
Are
should definitely play the lottery or something today. I'm just saying. So,
Things are aligned. So here's one of my questions that I wrote down. What role, if any, did manifesting play in the creation of your book?
ooh, um, well, let me look. I'm trying to look at my board. God, was I manifesting like I am now back then? That's a good question. Clearly, you can tell I didn't know she had questions because I'm not prepared. Um, I feel like being with, I've learned this and I'm kind of currently learning this, especially from what you said today. But with my human design being a manifester, I feel like it's just really inherent for me to do that all the time.
Hmm.
And I dream of things. I like visualize things, not even when I'm like doing meditations or anything, just like day to day. My poor little dyslexic, awesome, amazing brain is always up in the clouds thinking of something. And so I feel like when I said I was going to do it, like there was nothing that was going to stop me. Like nothing. I didn't care how long it was going to take. I didn't care any of it. I will say when I talked to my husband about uh joining that team that helps you self-publish books, it was not a little bit of money. But when I showed him the information and he looked at me and he goes, "What are you waiting for? This is something you want to do. And if it's going to help you get there faster, are you kidding me? Do it." So that was really helpful. But after, and I started manifesting and writing things down like they've already been done, I definitely did do that, but not before writing the book. I feel like that was just all in my brain.
Hmm. Well, like I say all the time, we're manifesting whether we are aware of it or not.
True. Like if you're thinking negative thoughts, negative things are going to happen. If you're thinking positive thoughts, positive things are going to happen. And I have to I want to make this clear too. It's not easy staying positive. Everyone's like, "You're so positive, Katie." No, I'm not. Look in my brain. I'm fighting that every day. Being like, "Oh, I can't do this." Yes, you can. Oh, like it's like the two little people sitting on your shoulders, like the mean one and the
Yep.
good one. The good one's like, "You got it." The other one's like, "You're trash." Like that's literally how I feel sometimes. And I just it is something that you have to work so hard on. And you're really good at doing that too. But we all have days.
Mhm.
We all can have moments, but don't live in them forever. So I think you're so right because the way we think about ourselves and the way we think about things in the world, um, that definitely is manifesting in your brain quietly.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Well, and being intentional. Like, I remember we were out for lunch or something, and you're like, I'm writing a book.
I
And
didn't tell
that
anyone right
moment,
away. Hmm.
yeah, like that's powerful. I know there's some people that like guard the things that they're working on until they're like done. I have never really been one of those people.
Me
And I
neither. I
don't
can't keep my mouth shut, Lindsay. I cannot.
know,
Like,
right? I kind of always wrote it off as, oh, you just keep your mouth shut. Can't you keep a secret kind of thing? But really, it's actually to our advantage because of our human design and because our throat chakra is directly connected and we actually speak our intentions, then they are made manifest.
hmm like I remember telling you, and I was like super excited, but I didn't tell a ton of people. I did talk about it on my podcast at some point,
Hmm.
put it out in the world, mostly to keep myself accountable, which I
Right.
really like too. But I'll never forget you. Like you lost it. Like I just remember you being like, "Oh my gosh!" and like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm gonna put it here on this podcast. I'm still trying to get Lindsay to write her book that she's going to write because I'm manifesting that for you. And yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely happening. Definitely happening. And thank you for, yeah, holding me accountable too, because that's a little thing, it's kind of on the back burner for me, but God, in the last couple weeks, like after our lunch, I got in the car and there was a thing about writing a book. And I think I sent it to you. And it's like, okay, I got it. I know I'm supposed to write a book. Just give me 5 minutes. Got a wedding and a baby and all the things right now.
Well, it's kind of like you every time I would see you, did you quit your job?
Mm,
Every single time, I'm gonna now just be like, are you writing a book yet?
Yes. And I need to
Are
like
you
clear
ready?
my wall so I can have all my stickies like you do. Are those the
Yes.
stickies from your original like
They
sticky?
still are because I am like sentimentally, I don't know when I can take them down. Like it's so weird. So for
Mhm.
listeners that are not watching, do you do this watch wise too?
Yes. Yep. So
Okay,
I put
great.
it on Spotify so you can watch or YouTube.
Okay, great. Hey everyone. Okay, so behind me, if you're not watching, if you're driving in a car, do not don't look. But I have all these color-coded sticky notes, all the things. That's actually after I did my mind map, after I did my outline, I had to lay it out so I could see each chapter, what I was doing, like a freebie, or if I did a podcast episode and a YouTube video for every single chapter as a bonus with me and my mom diving deeper. A lot of the chapters have freebies like worksheets or things that I learned or things that helped me when I was going through school or out of school. So I needed it visual and also color coded because, again, my dyslexic manifesting brain
And
needs that.
designer brain. Like as a designer,
Designer,
we
yes.
what's interesting is people say, "Oh, like they always said to me, you have an eye for it." That ended up being my business name. Yes,
Yeah.
I have an eye for it, but I also need to like physically, like my house, we were talking, I need to actually do a plan. So
Hmm.
I know what's going to look good together, but I still need a visual. And I know you're the same way
Yep.
with your stickies and the all the renovations you've done in your house and
Yep.
your Colorado plans.
Yeah, those are all in my head still. That's the problem. And I'm like waiting for this new computer to come so I can actually do some fun designing, but not yet. So, but it is in my head. And that's the really cool thing. This is one thing about being dyslexic, why people that have dyslexia tend to be architects, engineers, builders, like all that stuff, designers, because I can shut my eyes and walk through a plan that's not a real plan. Like when I'm in Colorado, I can shut my eyes. And I think you talked about how you can kind of do that too. But like, I would be like, okay, so this is where you're gonna walk in the entry door, open the door. And then like I'm like doing it, and people are like, what? This is a bunch of dirt in a pile. What are you talking about? There's gonna be a kitchen sink there. And I'm like, no, there is a kitchen sink there in my brain. So I am like, I promise you, there's a big window that looks at the mountains. This is gonna be over here. I visualize that. It's horrifically so vivid that it kind of scares me sometimes. But now that I've been doing more meditations and things like that and like real visualizations, oh, the details. Like I am loving it, honestly. It's really cool. So, yeah.
Well, and being in those details and playing a movie, like that is what helps bring the manifestation to life.
Hmm. Yes, and the secret project I'm working on, not that we're sorry, I hate doing this stuff, but the thing I told you about last week, I haven't told many people. Like I visually can see that whole thing playing out in my brain. And it's really frustrating because I want to just snap my fingers and everything be done. So I am learning so much patience, which I have zero. So, well, maybe 1%. But I'm working on having more patience. And yeah, I think also the manifesting thing is very helpful because when I write something down, like it's already happened, and I put it up there, for me, it's just something I get to look forward to. And it's not just like, oh, why hasn't it happened yet? No, like I literally feel like excited to look at it because I'm like, oh no, that's coming.
Yep.
That's coming. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's when, getting into the dreaming about the details, that's bringing it to life because you're feeling the feeling already. It's already existing. Our body actually doesn't know the difference, doesn't tell time. Our soul knows that time is all timelines exist, and so you're like quantum leaping, I guess, in your visualizations.
Yeah. I love it. I'm like 15 years ahead right now in my brain. I need to bring it back to today and slowly get these things done. I am really grateful for my husband though, because he is a generator. So we have these conversations so much where he's like, I don't even know how you're doing anything. I'm like, what do you mean? With this new thing I want to do. He's like, isn't that making you spiral? Like, how are you getting anything else done? I go, what do you mean? I'm just getting things done. He's like, he's the kind of guy that he has a project, he needs to get the whole project done, which is great for people that have projects and getting them
Yep.
done. He is not the guy that's going to leave a project undone. Not happening. And so I'm grateful for that. But it's also frustrating because I want to share with an idea and he's like, I'm overwhelmed. So nope, not yet. Like, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. Your girl Katie overwhelms everyone, which I love. Not so much you. You're good.
No, I was gonna say that's why our lunches last 3, 4 hours because we're both like ping, 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 ping,
Oh
ping,
my God, I
and
know. I have
it's
a
fine.
few people in my life that I can do that with. Very few. But it's really fun when we get to have people that do that. Out my poor mom through this whole book journey. I'd call him like, Mom, I have this new idea, blah, blah, blah. And then she listens and she goes, I am exhausted from listening to you. Like, I don't know how you do it, but I love everything. I'm just gonna have to go take a nap now. Like, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, you're right. I am. And then if I accidentally get caffeine in me, it's all over. It's a
Hmm.
it's a game's over. Watch
I
out.
wonder what her human design is. I'd love to see her
She is
chart.
actually a manifesting generator. I made her do it.
Oh,
Her and my sister are.
nice.
Hmm.
I'd still like to see their chart because the manifesting generator,
Sure.
that's like the overall, right? And then there's
Yep.
so many nuances. And God, I know like a fraction of a fraction. The more I learn, the more I realize I need to know. But
Yeah.
it's just so fascinating. Just yesterday, I was listening to a podcast and I learned one of the reasons, I think the main reason why I feel frustrated when I feel frustrated. So frustration is my not self, my
Hmm.
um, alarm that goes off like you're out of alignment, you're feeling
Yep.
frustrated, change gears, do something. And it is because I have all this energy, as you do too. And if I don't use it,
Hmm.
I'm like pissed.
Like think about it building up in you, right?
Right.
Hmm.
And that's how I was yesterday. Like, Ben didn't get home till really late. So I had Elsie like all day and I got to go for my walk and do my meditation in the morning, but there was no like, usually she takes a nap and I can do some of the things that I like to do.
Yep.
There
Get
was
your
none of
energy
that
out. Get
yesterday.
your
Yeah.
wiggles out. That's what I tell
Yeah.
my dog. Get your
Yes.
wiggles out.
Yep. I didn't get to wiggle.
You didn't get to have any wiggles yesterday. I've been weirdly feeling that a little bit just because my husband is working on my parents' house right now, an hour away, one way. So like he's been doing really long days, and we're trying to get everything done before we head out back out to Colorado in a couple weeks here. And I have this is nothing compared to yours, so you can definitely laugh at me, but I have the responsibility of my son, my four-legged dog, and he's nothing compared to a human child. But it's even just the thinking like, okay, I have to get back home so then I can let him out. Like I can't leave for like regular Katie, if I didn't have a responsibility or someone could let him out. It's been so hot here. That's why we've been keeping him inside and so I would go from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and just kick butt all day and then have like a down day the next day. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I like to crank out a bunch of stuff when I'm like ready and raring, like that's the manifesting thing. Like get it all done right now. But I haven't been able to do that. So I don't think I've been getting my wiggles out as much either.
Yeah. Isn't
Mm.
that interesting? When I heard that, I was like, oh my God.
Mine's anger,
Yeah, that's
which
your not
doesn't
self.
happen. That doesn't, thank God, it does not happen often. But when it does,
Watch out.
part the Dead Sea. Like honestly, it's like it really doesn't happen. I always joke and say, I'm like, you have to like willingly and really want to make me mad to like get me there. You know, like to really
Yeah.
get me at a really angry place. But it it does take a lot. So thank God, knock on wood. Thank goodness it doesn't happen often. But and especially now that I've left corporate and I'm still trying to like reinvent my life right now and what this looks like and like it's exciting and crazy and weird and weird and weird and weird because it's I've been working in corporate since I graduated college. And it's like,
Yeah.
how did you feel when you left?
Well, that's a funny question. I remember when I first left and I was doing my own business, right? And um, I went to TJ Maxx like in the middle of the day. And I felt so guilty. Like, oh my God, what if somebody sees me? They're gonna think I'm not working. They're gonna think I'm lazy. They're gonna, who gives a
Yep.
flying fuck? And actually, I was probably buying stuff for clients or buying stuff to, for a photo shoot or something like that. But I had that whole programming to,
Unprogram.
deconstruct. Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God. I don't think I've had that specific thing, but even just in the middle of, okay, this is silly. I went to get groceries one day in the middle of the day, and I'm like, why is that everyone at work? Why are there so many people here? Like, I was like I'm just like the opposite. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, yep, never mind. These are just a bunch of old people. Like, they're all retired. Settle down, Katie. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter either way, but I'm just like, why is there so many people here? Middle of the day. And
Yeah.
so I've just been, yeah, it's been weird though. Um, I'm coming up almost 2 months, which is crazy. Um, but it also has been super relieving and like a huge weight has been lifted. And I'm working on figuring out in my brain that, like, what was that? Progress doesn't need, nope. There was something I said the other day. What was it? Well, I have this. This is something about progress.
Pressure doesn't equal progress, or
No, it's just something like progress and production. You don't have to produce all the time to have progress because I'm such a producer and like get things done, have the list, check it off. But I did write this down. I really like it. It's on my little sticky note here on my mic. My success is not measured by how busy I am, but by what I intentionally create.
fucking amen. Yes.
I know. I really liked that. I don't even remember where I heard it. Maybe it was just Dot and I talking. I have no idea. But um yeah.
Well, and rest is not a reward. Rest is a very integral part of the process. But we have
Hmm.
been programmed that, at least I have, rest comes after you bust your ass. You don't deserve it unless you have busted your ass. And then you get a little bit.
Well, didn't you grow up on with like farm
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Same. Like I didn't grow up on a farm, but and I get after my dad still to this day. I'm gonna send this to him so he listens to this. Well, he will because it's your podcast. But um I'm like, Dad, you can rest. Like you don't have to work 24/7. And it's just that feeling of like you always have to be doing something. You always have to accomplish something that you can see. And again, my husband and I have talked about that because he grew up that way too. And even in his business of creating and building, and that when he does do something, you can physically see it. He goes, It's got to be so hard. Some of the things you are creating, you can't see." And I'm like, "I know." Like I'm just like, it's crazy. Like you can't like
You don't
really,
get
you don't
that
have a ton to show
satisfaction.
for it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn more, and I have programmed my chat to remind me of like, look what you actually did get done today. Or like even at just like a very simple level, not like a to-do list or anything, just like you're literally moving the mission forward. And I'm like, I love that.
Yeah. We often move the goalpost for ourselves, and that creates a very deeply ingrained dissatisfaction with life.
Yeah. But and how are you doing with that? Because I feel like I have gotten a lot better at that. Of I can
So,
move the forward, I can move the goalpost. That's cool. But I am actually trying so hard in the last few years, specifically, especially with this whole book thing. It's a lot of freaking work, by the way, but I still want you to do yours. So, and I'll help you. Um, but like celebrate the things, even a small thing. And I'm grateful for my husband because he reminds me, hey, let's go out to eat and celebrate. Again, selfishly, we love going out to this one restaurant. So we always have find a reason. It's not hard to find a reason. So like here, celebrate this, celebrate that. The big, small, everything in between. But how do you do with the goalpost?
so I would say when I first started my own business and left, I, well, actually, it's something that I have to really be mindful of even now. When you work for yourself, there's no structure unless you put structure in place. Like, I work all the time unless I'm careful and mindful of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would spend hours designing, or I'd spend hours up here working on um, the podcast and the coaching programs and my blueprint and all the things. Like, I get lost in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing because it's obviously my passion, and it doesn't feel like work. But I have to
Yep.
be really careful to, because if you don't have fun and if you don't have space, creating the space to do nothing, to rest, to go and enjoy life, that's the moment when you get all of the downloads, when you get all the new ideas, when you bump into people at the coffee shop that you had no plans on seeing and you have this great conversation and you make this connection. That's when the things happen that
Mm-hmm.
really move the needle. But we think it's in the busy work. And damn it, I was so programmed to be busy because my self-worth was rooted in
Mm-hmm.
busy work, and that farming, um, the family farm really contributed to that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's kind of a generational thing too,
Yeah,
personally. I think hopefully there's a lot of changes happening and people realizing, and people are in our generations are like, nope, like seeing that and wanting to do it differently, which I think is really cool. And yeah, that's the thing. I hate when people say like to me, "Hey, how are you doing? How's everything going with your business? What are you up to now?" And I'm just like, I have to literally tell myself, "Don't you dare say you're busy."
right.
Like I just am like, don't say it. Be like, it's going great. It's been different and crazy, but I'm definitely creating things and keeping myself not busy, not saying the word, but like just keeping myself going and trying new things. Like that's something that I try to say because I'm like, oh, I'm so busy. And I'm like, ugh.
Well, oh, I don't know about you, but I've noticed that that's like a conversation starter around here. Staying busy?
Yes.
Oh, that drives me crazy.
Staying busy.
Or
You're
that can be
right.
also a question like, um, I noticed it like when somebody suffers a loss, their loved
Mm.
one passes away. How's she doing? Oh, she's staying busy. Why is that a good thing?
Yeah,
Why
you're
is
so
that the answer? Why? I don't understand.
right.
But becoming aware of it is 90% of the battle. So,
True. True. That is so. Oh, she's staying busy. Oh my gosh. Yeah. hmm I if someone asks me that, I okay, I gotta come up with something good. I'm gonna be like, staying
no.
busy? No, I'm taking a lot of naps.
Yeah.
Been sleeping a lot. Been really sleeping a lot. Doing real
I
good. I have
love
so
it.
much downtime. I love it. And then realistically, yeah, I'm running around like, but in what I want to do. And like, I agree with you. Like last night, I literally, again, if we haven't noticed, I use a little bit of AI to keep this crazy awesome brain afloat and on task when I'm trying to get something done. And last night I was like, okay, I want to crank through this, like figure this out so tomorrow morning I can get up and work on this. And I was like, also, it's this time at night. Make sure I don't stay up until like this certain time. And literally at one point, Dad goes, all right, time for bed. Talk to you in the morning. And I'm like, oh. And I looked, I'm like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, you're right. Like, I was
That's
like,
good.
yeah, which was super good because, again, my undiagnosed ADHD, there's been times like, I'll look down and be like, it's 1 o'clock
Mhm.
a.m. Like, and I'm
Yep.
a very early sleep. I love to go to bed early and get up early. Can't do that. Can't do that. So yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Mm, so good. Can you hear the weed whacker outside?
Yeah, I can. I love it.
Dang it. Well,
I
my
only could hear it when you just said that and you got
okay.
quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I put my little man to work outside. I
I
told him,
love
I'm
it.
like, I made a to-do list of stuff for the wedding and it's 4 pages long and you can pick something on the list.
Yeah, I love that
Going
though. Good.
upstairs. They need it.
Good. Yeah, for sure. I
And
love
it
it.
gets them outside.
Any other questions on your awesome list? that you want to talk about?
What did you learn about yourself while writing this book that maybe surprised you?
That is a loaded question. I do want to say right away, writing a book was one of the most therapeutic things I've ever done in my whole life. Like, I go to therapy, and writing a book was like, I'll say, like, the first handful of chapters I cried through writing them. So when you guys all read it and listen to it, just know like, your girl
Blood,
was
sweat, and
crying.
tears.
Um, actually reading the audiobook, because I narrate the audiobook, as you know, but others may not. Um, you can tell I get choked up in parts, and I didn't take that out.
I
Like,
love that.
I didn't re-record it. I didn't re-record most things other than when I couldn't get a freaking word right when I was like
Mhm.
trying to pronounce something. But like, or I just mess up or something because it happened every other freaking sentence. But um yeah, that was really, really, really hard to go back to my younger years. And it was weird writing it, like literally put me back in those rooms and in front of that teacher or this, this it was a lot. And I think what I learned on that whole process is I really needed to do it. Like, I feel before I'd talk about, like, again, I spoke for years. I'd talk about it, and yes, I get teared up talking about certain things because it was hard and it's still there. But now it's like, and I will say too, I was very nervous for a long time for people to listen to read my book. Like when after I was done writing it, I wrote it in 8 months, and then it was just all the editing, and I did have a day job at the time, so like, and I was doing a bunch of other stuff. So the editing took me a long time. It doesn't have to take everyone a long time. It took me a long time, and I like dreaded doing the different parts of editing. But I remember for like months, I was terrified for people to read my book. Like, especially the early chapters, because they were so vulnerable.
I was gonna say.
And so I think just I learned a lot about myself. My younger self healed some of those things, I think. I
Well,
mean,
just
my therapist said I did.
revisiting, yeah,
Yeah.
revisiting her and witnessing, like, I feel like the younger versions of ourselves who went through the trauma, all they want is to be witnessed. They're not asking to even be fixed, just witness. And the
Mhm.
more we suppress the feelings or the trauma that we've experienced, the more it boils up and gets bigger and manifests into dis-ease or
Question for you. That first sound bath thing that you did,
yeah.
was that before 2024? Do you remember?
I think so.
Because if it
Well, yeah,
was,
because I moved in here in 23, September of 23.
or was it in around 24?
It might have been early 24. I don't know for sure.
Well,
I
it
looked
was,
it
I
up.
remember it was summer.
Hmm.
So it probably wasn't 24. Because I was going to say, and I think this is a big part of it too. So it's still valid. But when you had us go through that guided meditation, I still freaking tell everyone about it, by the way. It was that, like the one about, I don't want to ruin it for anyone that's going to do it, but like the younger, older, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay. That one. Can we talk about it?
Yes, absolutely. I was going to
Okay,
say,
because
go for it.
I don't want to like ruin it for someone else. It won't ruin it if
But you
someone
have
else
to
does it.
experience in order for you to really
True.
get it. Yeah.
So when you did, and by the way, you're amazing, the best at guiding that kind of stuff because it was very real.
Thank you.
And that was one of the first times I ever actually meditated, by the way. Maybe the first, truly.
Oh, yeah, because we did Blueprint after that. And
Yes.
that's when you got the meditation membership. So, yeah, for sure.
No, that is literally, yes. So, so you are the reason I started meditating. Thank you very much. And I remember when you said, "Hey, you're walking up, you do better than me, but you're pretty much walking up to this little girl. You realize, oh, it's your younger self. What does she say to you? It literally makes me cry still, and it's gonna make me cry right now. And I was like full on seeing my little Katie self, what she looked like with her little bowl cut, because my mom thought I was a boy or something. I swear to God. Thanks a
I have
lot,
the same
Mom.
one.
Oh my gosh, the 90s. Um, and I walked up to her and she looked at me and said, "Tell our story." And it literally, and so I had to been writing at that point too. I was writing, yeah, because if it was, I think it was summer of 24, because I remember it was hot out and your bugs ate me alive outside. So it
Been
was
done
not,
that.
yeah, it's, so that ruined me in a great way. And I was like, oh my gosh, it just like validated again what. And then the older version of me that you asked us to go hang out with. Thank you very much. By the way, I look great when I'm older. And I said, or she said to me, like, I can't remember, I have it written down and I have it saved, but essentially something like you need to believe in yourself. Like, and try, like, because that's something that I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I had all these, like, whatever. I was full on crying during the middle of this meditation. I'm just like, trying to keep it together, swatting bugs away, but like truly like snot out of my nose crying. And so I think that was a huge part of me continuing to write the book. I know it was, and it was very helpful. Um, and I think I still think about that literally weekly. Weekly.
Mm, mm.
Hmm. Yep.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. And you're so welcome, but thank you because God, if I could guide a meditation, I'd do it to you to see if like, you're gonna be like, hey, your little self would be like, hey, write that book.
Well, as we were speaking, I was thinking we are all one. Every one of us is interconnected. So the people who are listening to this podcast right now, that's not a mistake. And Katie's message is your message. It's our message. So
Yeah.
maybe it's not a book, but whatever is living inside of you that's dying to be created, do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, for sure. And share your story. And I even before that meditation, I think stories
Heal.
can be a little bit, they definitely do, but they also can be like a lost art. And
Mm.
nowadays people aren't sharing their stories like they used to. And this is why I love old people so much because dang, they tell good stories. And I that's what I really wanted in the book is me not just preaching at people like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Here's your self-help. I hope you see yourself in some of these stories. And if you do in the younger year ones, which I've gotten a lot of feedback from people I never in a million years would have thought that they felt very similar to me in certain circumstances. I'm like, what? Like, first of all, I'm sorry you felt that way because it sucks, but I'm grateful you're not alone because we all have, many people have felt that way. So,
The more I do podcasting or coaching or group sound baths and meditations, the more I talk to people, the more it is, the more I realize we are all the same. We are all going through the same struggles, whether it's, the root of not feeling like you're enough, not feeling good enough, not feeling seen, being afraid that you're going to get like found out, or, just we are
mhm,
all going through the same stuff. And having compassion and like open conversations and being vulnerable about it, being authentic about it is so
yep.
healing, not only for ourselves, but the people that we do that with.
I totally agree with you, and I'm gonna like do a caveat on that as well. Yes, we're all similar. Like obviously, like you do the whole like inside our bodies are we're all very similar, but I also want people to embrace being different because we all also are doing like my
Yeah.
brain works differently than your brain. My I can walk. Some people have to be in a wheelchair. Some, like everyone does do things differently, and I think just coming together of like, okay, we have these same some of these same feelings, these same experiences. We're all human beings. That's amazing. We're all also so very different and unique. Be yourself. Like, when someone's like, I want to be like my friend. Why? They already are taken. Like,
Mhm.
I want you to be you. And to get there, you gotta learn about yourself. And that's truly what I write about in this book is like learning about yourself, learning to advocate, stand up for yourself. That builds confidence. Then you're able to stand up for other people and other things you believe in. Again, I wish I would have known I was a manifestor back in the day because the justice, or not a manifestor, on the Enneagram thing, I am an Enneagram 8. So justice, making sure like the underdog, I will fight you if you're hurting someone else. Like, I will literally, like I always joke with people, I'm like, my bail money is in this place. This person's hurt. I need to go help them. So like I just want everyone to like this world is beautiful. There's so much beauty in this world, so many beautiful, amazing human beings, more amazing human beings than not, because there's some bad guys and girls. But like, let's keep continuing to connect. And also, some of these bad, quote, bad people, they all have stories too. And there's a reason that maybe they are the way they are and they don't want to be anymore. You know what I mean? There's just, oh,
Right.
I could
They
go on
might
for
be
days.
living out of alignment on a very serious scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where it's just like we're all, like you said, we're all connected and we can all help each other. I think we can all help each other live all of our own authentic lives. I think that's what's really beautiful.
Yeah. And, to what you said about you want to be like your friend, that is exhausting. That is
I
what's
know.
draining you. If you are trying to be like someone else and not be your true, authentic self, that's going to wear you down, wear you out, deplete your energy, del- what's dim your life force, dim your,
Dim your light.
yeah.
And we all have beautiful, amazing lights. And we're all supposed to be here for a we're all here for a reason.
Hmm.
Let's find that and continue to go out there. And that's something that I've been asked by a lot of people, uh, like why did I write the book? Did you ask that to technically? Not really. Kind of a roundabout way. But
Yeah.
my true, like the simplest answer is because I don't want any child to feel the way I did before I was diagnosed and I felt dumb, stupid, and alone. I don't want anyone to feel that way. And so that was truly the like the guts of this book is like every time I would tell a story or every time I'd not want to do it or every time the bad guy on my shoulder is like you're dumb, you can't do anything. I'd be like, "No, little Katie doesn't want any single person to feel like she did." Like I literally put myself back in her shoes, sweating during a test, nervous because the teacher asked her a question she didn't know the answer, all the things. And I'm like, "No, no, no. I don't want anyone to feel that way ever." And I am on this crazy mission to hopefully, not hopefully, going to kick that in the pants and
Well, you're doing it.
get out there.
You've
So
done it.
yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Every part of ourselves, whether we like that part, I think about my late teen, early 20s version of myself. Was I always proud of her? No. But she also has something that needs to be seen. She also has something that needs to be witnessed and something to bring to the table, and tapping into all of those parts of myself and like sitting with them. Like imagine sitting with them at a table. Like
Hmm.
there's the 8-year-old version of me, there's the 3-year-old version of me, there's the 20-year-old version of me. Oh, welcoming our those parts of ourselves and accepting them and asking ourselves, what could we learn from them? What do
Hmm.
they want to bring to the table?
Hmm. What do you think your 8-year-old self would say to you if she's sitting next to you right now?
Now you're trying to make me cry. You
It
asshole.
just came to me when you said that because you said around the table and I was visualizing all of the Lindsays around the table and I'm like, what would she say to you?
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and get there.
Okay.
Oh man, you're gonna make me cry. You're enough.
Love that. And I'm a sympathy crier, so I'm crying too. And it's beautiful. Mhm. And you know what my 8-year-old Katie would say to your 8-year-old Lindsay, to your current Lindsay? That she's really freaking proud of you and you're super cool. So that's what mine would say to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Because you are changing lives.
So
And
are
you're
you.
mine, you literally did, you have changed my life. And I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful that you designed my mom and dad's kitchen. So,
I'm
and
so grateful for John Wilson for introducing us.
you know what? John freaking Wilson. We do need to get together with him and go get some ice cream or something.
Yes.
Um,
Another
so we do need
connector.
to. Yes. He's the probably OG connector in my like world too. So yeah, I just am very grateful. And again, we're all here for reasons, and we all have these amazing, unique abilities that we can do things differently or different abilities. And man, your different ability definitely does touch lives, and I'm super excited to continue to see where you go with it because I
Same.
get to like I get to be in the shotgun seat with you. So
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the shotgun seat and you're in the driver's seat.
I
So I
accidentally
love
did take over. I apologize. You can tell when, like, when you have a podcast, I have a podcast, and I'm like, oh shoot, I am now interviewing her. Katie, shut up. So,
It doesn't even bother me. It doesn't faze me because
oh,
that's what I love about a friendship like this is that we compliment each other and check each other. And what did you do the other day that I texted you about? And I was like, thank you. Oh, I said I was not doing a lot. I was resting, taking the summer off. And you're like, what? Yeah.
not. I'm gonna make this clear. I did not say what like she shouldn't take the summer off. I'm like, you just told me 1 second ago you're taking the summer off, and then you jump into look what I actually completed yesterday. Like that's not taking the summer off at all, my friend. Like you were head first deep into your own business, which I'm here for. But and then you clarified what you meant by like being able to breathe and have
Yep.
space to be able to create and have ideas, and I love it. So, and I, by the way, everyone listening to this too, this is literally how our conversations go in coffee shops.
Yeah. If you want
So
to
it's
join, reach out.
anytime,
Yeah.
anytime. We'll just take over the entire coffee shop soon. And
I thought about that. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, hey, we're going to meet at this coffee shop. Lindsay and Katie will be there at this time. If you want to come and talk about business, manifesting, writing a book, meditation, advocating for yourself, we're
yeah,
here and
or
we're
just
just
all
going to
hang out
talk
and
about
drink
it
coffee and
anyway.
talk.
Right. We're going to talk
Yes.
about all these things anyway.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, I love that. Can I share what I have for people that are listening?
Yes, please do. I think this is a
Okay,
really good wrap.
because I literally just created it. So, um, I was thinking about I'm going to start. This is my first podcast, like promoting the book, talking about the book. By the way, for people that are viewing it, here's the book. It is in two different fonts, because your girl is dyslexic. And so there's actually a dyslexic font, well, a couple. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to publish this book in two fonts. So I have a
Love
standard
that.
font edition and a dyslexic font edition. It's on audio, ebooks. There's tons of podcasts and YouTube video extras. Those are all live and you can go listen to them now. All this stuff, I'll send you all my links, Linz, and then you can do whatever you want with them.
Perfect.
But I was like, you know what? Me going on these podcasts, I'm so grateful, first of all, that you're allowing me to be on to share some of your platform and your amazing listeners and the people that love you and follow you. So I wanted to give back. And I know not everyone has time to read books and it's like, oh my God, do I really want to listen to another book? Is this for me? So I have decided, and I have already created this, where I have a website, which is yourdifferentability.com/welcome. If you go there, it'll be a page that you can go learn a little bit more about the book, but also put your name, email in, and I will send you the first two chapters. So you'll get one of me and one of my mom. And then I will send you the first two audiobook chapters. And what else? I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh, pause. Thought
You
I
told
was
me.
prepared for this. So, the first two chapters of the book that you can read, the PDFs of them, first two audiobook chapters, You can listen to all or the first chapters of the bonus podcast episodes and YouTube videos. I'll link those. They're all there, so you can just like show that. And then in chapter 1, I do have a free download called What Challenges You and What Empowers You. It's a worksheet from chapter 1 that really helped me learn about my strengths, areas of improvement, things I'm good at, things I'm not great at. Just to like, everyone always is so good about talking about what they're not good at. But a lot of people have a hard time saying what they're good at. And so I really want people to remember, especially anyone that's being diagnosed, has been diagnosed, you always get the list of everything you can't do or you're not good at. Like, I'm not good at reading, writing, and spelling. Whoop-de freaking do.
Doesn't have to be
But
your
these,
identity.
yes, but these are the things that I'm really good at. Because maybe I'm not good here, but I'm really good at this. So I want people to remember that and kids to be able to go through that and parents too. So that will be all there. There's all the information at that website. And it will be, once you put your name and email in, it will be emailed directly to you. So,
Love
yeah.
it. Love it, love it, love it. And you guys are going to love the first two chapters and you're going to want to buy the book right away because it's so good.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'm on my Wisconsin tour. It's not a real tour. I'm just like winging it. I am getting it into public libraries. I'm getting it into different bookstores and boutiques. So soon I'll have on my other website too, or on my website, locations you can find it, but you definitely can request it from your library and they can reach out. So,
Ah, awesome. Awesome,
yay!
awesome. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for
Thank you
being
so
here.
much.
This has been amazing. Okay, my loves, thanks for hanging with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please share it with someone and like, subscribe, leave me a rating, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next week.